More FPL. Welcome to my GW23 preview, where I discuss captains and transfer tips. Mo Salah's blanked twice in a row, but returned at least once in the 12 games before that. He faces an Ipswich side in the relegation zone, who've just conceded 6 against Manchester City. Liverpool have the best attack in the league overall, but haven't been as free scoring of late. I'm backing Salah to get at least a couple of returns here, and he could get a huge haul. Alexander Isak blanked against Bournemouth for the first time since returning from injury in Game Week 14. He faces the Southampton side bottom of the table and continues to be leaky under their new manager. I'm expecting Newcastle to bounce back this week, as they have been very potent before last week's defeat. I think Isak should get at least a goal here and could even get a couple of returns. Cole Palmer has a tough fixture, and I'm not sure which Arsenal asset I back to do well. If you really want to go differential, Ollie Watkins and Jean-Philippe Mateta have decent form and fixtures. A lot of managers are buying Liverpool assets, with Ipswich this week, followed by a double game week. After Mo Salah, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is the next best option for security of minutes. He also offers the chance of clean sheets as well as attacking returns, as he's shown in recent weeks. I think Cody Gakpo is next best, in better recent form and a bit more nailed than Luis Diaz. He's under less threat from Darwin Núñez, who scored a brace against Brentford and got a rest midweek. I don't see enough upside in other defensive options like Virgil van Dijk or the cheaper Ibrahima Konate. I think there's better options than Arne Slot for the assistant manager chip later in the season. In my opinion, the best 3 Liverpool options currently are Salah, Trent and Gakpo, or maybe Diaz. After 2 very good weeks, Justin Kluivert is 4th top point scorer midfielder and top for his price range. He got a hat-trick last week for a mega 22-point haul, his second 20-point plus return. That was from an XG of just 0.22 though, so unlikely to be repeated. Given his inconsistency, he's probably someone you need to play every week in case he hauls. But 10 goals and 3 assists over the season is an amazing return for 5.6 million. Bournemouth have a couple of tricky fixtures, followed by a decent run after that, so he's a good option. Both Amad Diallo and Alex Iwobi are in good form, but neither have good upcoming fixtures. Another option is Ismaila Sarr, who doesn't have the form, but has slightly better fixtures. If you have more to spend, I prefer Eberechi Eze, who's in better form than Sarr. After another goal and assist, Chris Wood is now second top point scorer forward and top for his price range. He's sandwiched between the more expensive Alexander Isak and the much more expensive Erling Haaland. With 4 goals and 2 assists in his last 4 matches, he's also the most in-form forward. The upcoming fixtures aren't great, and against the top sides, he's only scored against Liverpool and Chelsea. With Liverpool's double game week coming up, I'll probably go for Cody Gakpo in that slot for around his price. I also slightly prefer Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's in pretty good form, has much better fixtures. Phil Foden is the form midfielder in the league with 6 goals and 2 assists in his last 6 matches. He's still some way down the overall standings, but that's because he basically did nothing before that. In spite of his form, his next 6 fixtures are pretty much the toughest they could be. Rotation is always a concern with City midfielders, but he should get good minutes at the moment. I wouldn't be buying this week, but it'll likely be a target from around Game Week 29. Brian Mboma has good fixtures until Foden's change, so I think he's a better buy right now. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more FPL content every week. More FPL.